Right now, the technology sector is executing the most aggressive infrastructure build-out in history. Millions of GPUs are being wired together in a global race for compute power. Much of this capital flows towards a handful of frontier labs, with Sam Altman's OpenAI acting as the primary destination for these multi-billion-dollar checks. This money is being spent on the physical building blocks of the industry, high-end processors like NVIDIA's H100 units, which provide the raw power necessary to train frontier models. But looking past the hype reveals a massive discrepancy between the cost of this physical infrastructure and the actual revenue the software generates. This chart shows the industry's math problem. Tech giants are spending roughly $600 billion on AI infrastructure this year alone, while the entire pure-play AI software sector is projected to generate only $35 billion in revenue. At the center of this spending is a financial vacuum. OpenAI is projected to report an operating loss of $14 billion in 2026. These numbers defy traditional venture capital logic. To sustain this scale of loss, the industry has turned to a controversial financial maneuver to keep the capital flowing. Training a frontier model requires billions of dollars in compute time, a cost that exceeds the total cash reserves of most startups. A hyperscaler invests $1 billion into an AI startup sort of for the equity stake. The startup immediately routes that money back to the hyperscaler for cloud infrastructure. The hyperscaler gets its investment back as revenue while holding the permanent equity. Net cost, zero. This is circular financing. It allows hyperscalers to report massive revenue growth to Wall Street using capital they provided to their own customers. Hyperscalers use these deals to ruthlessly lock out competitors and secure a captive customer base for their cloud infrastructure. Microsoft's partnership with OpenAI follows this blueprint. They secured a 27% stake in the lab while locking OpenAI into a $250 billion commitment to use the Azure cloud. Oracle followed a similar path, securing its own $300 billion infrastructure deal to capture the same market. By trading investment for guaranteed service contracts, Big Tech has effectively locked down the infrastructure of the AI industry at no net cost to their own balance sheets. This loop creates the illusion of infinite market demand, but that demand is largely manufactured by vendor financing. This is unlike historical infrastructure, like railroads or fiber optic cables, which remained productive for decades. AI hardware suffers from extreme capital churn. Today's state-of-the-art chips become economically obsolete in just 3 to 5 years. This creates a deadline. AI startups must generate massive organic profits from actual users before the hardware powering their models becomes useless. If enterprise productivity gains stall or the path to AGI remains elusive, the logic of this closed loop fails. If the investments stop, the startups default on their cloud commitments, causing reported cloud revenue to collapse overnight. If the loop breaks, tech giants will be left with worthless equity and a $1 trillion bill for server racks that are already losing value. This cycle leaves the industry exposed to the same structural collapse that hit the fiber optic buildout decades ago.